How close did you get when you were doing research in Asia to the bigger players, the big fixers?
Well, as you know from my book, I infiltrated their gang for 7 months. I met with them. I sat with them. I witnessed them having meetings. All the time I was recording them. I had a number of hidden devices on me that were recording their conversations and what they were telling me. And really, Foucault, for the last 4 years since my book has come out, it's been frustrating because I've been waiting for the world to kind of take notice. And I've been saying, look, there is that gang, this is what they're doing. I risked my life. If those men had found me, they would have killed me like that. They found an international arrest warrant for one of the chief fixers. And I'll explain to you in a second how they actually work. But one of the chief fixers, they got his birth date. They got one of his former lieutenants and business associates to talk about his activities. They got a number of players and what we call runners to talk about what he was doing. They produced over 830 pages on this man's activities in Europe. His name is Dan Tan, or his Chinese name is Tan Seet. He's a notorious man inside that world. I mean, the stories, the legends of his activities are absolutely massive. Whether all those legends are true or not is another question. But there's enough evidence to issue an Interpol international arrest warrant. Dutch people have no need to know how important something like this. I mean, with The Hague being in your country, you understand that this is a very, very serious warrant, and it doesn't get issued lightly. Several months ago, Interpol went to Singapore and served that international arrest warrant to the Singaporean government. And the Singaporean government has basically said to Interpol, FIFA, and UEFA, and Europol, they've produced all kinds of reasons for giving the finger to the international community. And I'm so sorry, I hope that doesn't upset any Dutch people. But that is basically what the Singaporeans have done to all of us. Those guys have come to our countries and are trying to fix games in our country. And our police force has done something about it. And their government is refusing to arrest that man. To me, that is the finger. That is absolutely the finger to us.
Would you say Dan Tan is like a mafia boss? I mean, would he be able to threaten or even kill people that come in his way?
Well, I certainly didn't want to test that out when I was inside that wearing hidden cameras. I didn't want to say, hey guys, by the way, guess what I'm doing? Yes, but don't think of him in the way that you think of Hollywood with a capo and a consigliere and a structure of an Italian mafia. This is much more like a loose brokers. Part of that brokerage network of fixers are very serious, very bad men.
They'll be violent, if need be.
The muscle will be provided. But my warning, and I've done a lot of the education for Interpol and various people like that, much of my warning to players and referees is that first approach from these guys will never be big heavy men coming in saying do this or else. It's much more charming. It's much more money on the table. Here's $2,000, buy yourself some nice meals. And then you make the agreement, and then if you try to break it, that's where you'll have problems.
But you never fear, the way you talk about Dan Tan, you never fear that he will send people after you, that it threatens your life?
I did for a long time. At this moment, he has much more bigger problems than Declan Hill. But I do want to state that I have risked my life for a sport that I love, and I want it cleaned up. And as long as he is out there, as long as these guys are out there, then I have problems. Once those guys are in jail, I don't have any problems anymore.